What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about these 5 statements and let you know whether I think they're true or if I think they're false. Now, I've been a fitness coach for over 7 years. I've been training for over 10 years. So I've come across most things right now, and these are probably some of the 5 most common statements. I'm sure you probably maybe believe a few of these, and I'm just going to give you my honest opinion about whether they're true, whether they're false, and what actually does work. So let's get straight into this. Carbs to lose fat. Do you need to cut carbs? The honest answer to that: of course you don't. If you still think that you don't need to eat carbs to lose fat, you are completely delusional. I've done the whole keto thing. It did not work out. I did it for about 6 weeks. Wasn't sustainable, wasn't necessary. I've got lean. I've stayed lean for over 10 years. And I eat carbs every single day. So do all of our guys. They eat rice, they eat pasta, they eat oats, they eat pizza, they eat ice cream if they want to. All these foods are absolutely fine to eat. What matters is that you're in a calorie deficit. This is how you lose fat, and eating carbs is absolutely fine to be able to do this. What I'd recommend is that you time your carbs maybe a little bit more effectively. You can have carbs pre-workout, post-workout. Carbs also fine to have in the evening. Ultimately, you're still going to lose fat no matter whatever time you do eat carbohydrates, but there are times it could be a little bit better just in terms of utilizing them more effectively. But the long and short of it is there is no reason why you need to cut carbs out of your diet. If you do this, all that's going to happen is you're going to lose a bunch of water weight, which might make you feel like you've made a bit more progress, but then at some point you're going to bounce back, you're going to eat carbs again, you're going to gain all the weight back, and you're just going to end up in this on and off binge restrict cycle, which happens to everyone. You need to include the foods that you enjoy, and there are very little people in this world that cannot eat carbohydrates from day-to-day perspective and still manage to enjoy their lives at the same time, okay? Most of the foods that we enjoy have carbs in them. This is why carbs get a bad rap, because a lot of the time people overeat on these nice foods. They gain weight, but they think it's the carbs, but it's also just the fact that they ate more calories, okay? They weren't in a deficit anymore. So yes, you can eat carbs to lose fat. There is nothing wrong with that. Number 2, do you have to train 6 days per week to get results, to build a great physique, to stay jacked? No, this is also completely false, guys. You don't need to train 6 days per week. This is just unrealistic for most people. Like, I used to do this when I was younger. I used to follow fitness influencers that took gear, and I used to think this is what I need to do. I thought I need to be in the gym all the time. They were recovering. Their recovery capability was completely different to mine because they were enhanced. Now, luckily, because I was a bit younger, still managed to recover. I still didn't get injured. But me now, I run a business, I have a busy lifestyle, I've got a lot of things going on, I travel a lot. I don't have time to be doing 6 to 7 weight sessions for 2 hours a time in the gym. I do 4 weight sessions per week for 1 hour at a time, and that's it when it comes to strength training, okay? Yes, I do other little bits of cardio as well. Typically with my weights, it is just very simple. And to build a world-class physique, to look amazing, you only need to be in the gym 3 to 4 days per week. This is what most of our guys do. They're busy, they're running businesses, they've got families, they don't have a lot of time. They don't have time to be doing all these sessions. Don't need to be in the gym 6 days a week. I promise you, this is a complete myth. 3 to 4 sessions consistently followed all year round is the key. And this is what your training needs to look like. If you can't follow consistent amount of training sessions per week, you should not be following that split. I see so many guys that do like 6 sessions because they're on their grind, and then 2 weeks later they fall off it. Choose an amount of sessions that you can stick to all year round regardless, which for most people is 3 to 4 days. Number 3, abs are made in the kitchen. True or false? My honest opinion is this is true, guys. I've had a 6-pack for over 10 years now, and most of this is down to nutrition, okay? Like, you need to lose the body fat, the belly fat that's covering your abs at the moment. This is from being in a calorie deficit. This is for your nutrition. Okay? You are not gonna get a 6-pack from training your abs loads and doing loads of crunches and you're doing your 10-minute ab workouts when you are not in control of what you eat. To lose the belly fat, to get the 6-pack, to get ripped, it is gonna come down to nutrition. Abs are made in the kitchen and they're revealed in the gym. If you want to get super shredded and really see, like real ripped physique, possibly, yes, a little bit of abs can work. But what I typically say to our guys is, you don't need to do abs at the start. Let's just get you training. Let's focus on compound movements. Let's get body fat down through your diet, through your step count. And then once you've got leaner and we're starting to kind of get to the point when the abs are coming through, like, we can train them maybe a little bit more, okay? We can start doing some hanging leg raises. We can start doing some crunches, hip flexion, torso flexion. This is great for building your core, but they are predominantly made in the kitchen. You don't really need to train your abs to even get a 6-pack. Number 4, do you need to lift heavy to build muscle? Yes, you do, in my opinion. Again, you need to be okay with being uncomfortable. You need to be comfortable being uncomfortable in the gym. You have to give your body a reason to grow, guys. If you're still going to the gym and lifting the same weights that you've been lifting for 1, 2, 3 years, it's no wonder why you don't look any different. You're not giving your body a reason to grow, okay? Progressive overload is so important. This is where we progressively get stronger over time, which means our body has to adapt to the demand that we're placing it through, which typically means getting stronger. You cannot progressively overload really on low weights, and it's just super boring anyway. If you are confident with your form and you're lifting correctly, and it's, you know, you're not risking getting injured, then lifting heavy is absolutely fine. And this is what you need to do to build real intensity. Okay, you need to go to the gym with that real like mindset of like, I'm here to improve. Okay, just simply going to the gym is like a box ticking exercise. It is not enough. Okay, still lifting the same weights now. It is time to lift those weights. Do you need to 1 rep max in the gym and just be stupid? Absolutely not. You still need to be sensible and lift with good form. But lifting heavy to build muscle, gonna be totally honest, you are not gonna look that great if you're not comfortable with lifting heavier weights and you're not seeing those weights increase over time. That's how you build an amazing physique. Number 5, fat burners help speed up for fat loss. This is false. You do not need fat burners if you want to get in amazing shape. They just make you very jittery and on edge all the time rather than actually helping you lose fat. All you need is a calorie deficit, again, which is going to be through your nutrition. So don't fall for any of these magic pills that you see marketed because they are not going to help you lose fat. Now, indirectly, can they help? Directly, they do not lead to fat loss, but indirectly, can they improve things? Okay, potentially. So when you've got everything in place, could potentially adding in a fat burner help? Maybe, and here's why. What happens typically when you have fat burners is they're very high in caffeine. What caffeine is great at when you're in a calorie deficit is 1, suppressing your appetite, which means you're less hungry, less chance of overeating. And number 2, it may slightly increase your metabolic rate. When we take caffeine, we get very jittery, we move around. We all know how we feel once you've had our morning coffee, right? We move. It's like right now, I've had too much coffee. This means that over time, I'm burning more calories. My NEAT is picking up by non-exercise activity thermogenesis. This helps burn calories, right? So from having fat burners, they can help indirectly. But what I recommend, no, it's just an overpriced caffeine pill, right? Have Americano, have coffee, maybe have the odd monster, and you just get some caffeine pills, right? This is gonna give you the same effect. I don't think you need to go out and buy an expensive freaking thermo fat loss belly blast or whatever they market in that these days. Don't really unnecessary. But to be completely honest with you, for most people, for 90% of people, I would not even bother taking fat burners. There are actually other supplements you can probably get that are better without even bothering with taking things like this. So guys, this is my 5 statements right now. Hopefully this gives you a bit more clarity on these things. Number 1, cut carbs to lose fat is an absolute no. You don't need to do that. Please make sure you're consuming carbs in your diet. Number 2, do you have to train 6 days per week in the gym to get results? Absolutely not. You should not be doing that if you're a busy guy. It's not a good use of your time. Number 3, are abs made in the kitchen? Yes, pretty much, but they are improved. They're revealed more in the gym, but the most part of this is all done in the kitchen with your diet. Number 4, do you need to lift heavy to build muscle? Yes, of course, you do need to be uncomfortable in the gym. Push yourself, real intensity. This is what's going to drive muscle growth. Number 5, do fat burners speed up your fat loss? No, they don't, but can they indirectly help you? Maybe a little bit, possibly. Would I recommend them? No. So guys, hope this helps. Make sure you're smashing the like button if you like this video, subscribe for future videos, and I'll catch you in the next video.